This is what you want, and this is what we know. To enact an earned pathway to citizenship.
You've got to re-implement Donald Trump's border policies, build the wall, re-implement deportations.
Politicians have been fighting over the issue of people crossing the border illegally, but there are those whom we cannot build a wall against.
In addition to people who come across the border illegally, you have people who come to the United States on visas and then don't leave when their visas expired.
For example, 2 years in a row, Cuban baseball coaches have disappeared into the U.S. after coming to Pennsylvania for the Little League World Series.
21 million illegal aliens at least.
It's probably more like 25 million now.
According to the Department of Homeland Security, more than 500,000 people overstayed their visa in 2023. The Immigration and Customs Enforcement, or ICE, says people often think that if they know someone who is in the country illegally, they should just call them to deport that person. But it's not that simple.
We really don't have the resources to be able to remove everybody who is in this country outside of status or in violation of their status.
ICE only pursues people they think might threaten the country's security.
Those people who meet the civil immigration enforcement priorities. Most of the ones that we interdict here in Pennsylvania are public safety risks.
Crimes like
homicide, there are rapes, sex offenders, down to driver's offenses for DUIs and other things that could render somebody a public safety risk.
ICE still needs local law enforcement agencies to hold those undocumented aliens for them, but ICE says some agencies release them before ICE agents arrive. That includes police in places like Lancaster City and some other counties.
Neither Allegheny County or Philadelphia County work with us in order for us to make those arrests.
According to Customs and Border Protection, the number of encounters in 2023 for PA has roughly increased by more than 3,500 since 2021.
When people come here, they have human needs. They have children who require education. They have health care needs. Under a Supreme Court decision rendered back in the 1980s, local governments are required to provide K through 12 education to anybody who shows up regardless of immigration status. So it is costing Pennsylvania taxpayers about $1.64 billion a year.
It is unclear how the group, the Federation for American Immigration Reform, reached that $1.64 billion number. But some would argue undocumented migrants take up jobs that otherwise no American citizens would do.
Creating a system of immigration that is safe, orderly, and humane.
Pennsylvania Department of Human Services says foreigners who are temporarily in PA are allowed to have emergency medical assistance if they meet PA's Medicaid program requirements. However, finding that number is also unclear. DHS says immigration status is not tracked when benefits are handed out.
It's a long-standing problem.
Whether people agree with what politicians have to say, the United States continues to attract foreign citizens with or without a wall. In Harrisburg, I'm Chiu-yi Lin, CBS 21 News.